Hey guys, Tarrant here, bring you a 1v1 today. We're on Ploiesti Outskirts. Playing for today's spawning in the north, we have Treadz playing as COH2, who goes for Grand Defensive straight away. Going for a Fusilier squad second. And from the south, we have Duffman playing as Soviets. He's going for a tier 1 start. He has mechanized support, Soviet Combined Arms Army, and airborne troops. In terms of rankings here, Treadz in the mid-60s and Duffman around rank 100. Duffman, more well known as a team game player. Some very high ranks in other team game modes. Okay, 2 Fusiliers. Looks like Duffman going for a no M3A1 strategy though. So this could mean a huge struggle for Treadz. He tries to fight with Fusiliers against penals and doesn't get to make use of the early anti-tank grenade on them. But overall, it's Treadz the one faster, capping up the map. Duffman seemingly a little bit unsure about some of the capping order. Pretty interesting map for HD Outskirts. Certainly leads to some different gameplay compared to a lot of other maps in the 1v1 pool, which is a nice change of pace. Question is, what does Duffman do from here? Is it going to be medics? Is it going to be another penal? Second combat engineer? This is where the build can really diverge a lot. So Treadz going to go for a cut-off play. We do have the combat engineers. Could have jumped in there to jam the capture. Overall, Duffman just moving a little bit slowly. Reacting to what Treadz is doing at the moment. So the decap does stick. Penals will be able to force this away very quickly. And retreating with the combat engineer, I think that's a mistake. That squad needed to hang around. Maybe could have capped over here while the penals capped these 2 points. You can't afford to retreat in those situations, especially when you're down a map control like this. And it's pretty safe, you know, capping over here. Right in the corner. Safe retreat path, very close to your base. Need that extra capping power though, especially at this timing when still at this point Duffman hasn't connected a fuel point. He's managed to get the decap going on the OKW fuel though, but now getting chased away. Penal isolated on the far side. Going to get overwhelmed here. Maybe he could have connected that point if, you know, the penal didn't have to cap over here. The combat engineer did the capping. Duffman at awkward timing right now. I think he's trying to save manpower for the guards. It kind of means he's fighting the squad down. He's going to struggle a bit. Forgot to turn on the old replay enhancements. Okay, there we go. Gets the decap on the VP at least, but Treadz turning up the VP pressure. Looking for the triple cap. And overall, I'd say Duffman hasn't really done enough with the penals at this stage. Hasn't done enough damage to the Fusiliers before they start to get those G43s going. So it could mean some troubling times for Duffman. You know, still do have a pretty decent matchup against Fusiliers, even once they have the G43s. Just on this map, I think the G43s are very strong. I feel like there's a lot of run and gun action on this kind of map, and that's where the G43s really shine. So we'll see how things go. Treadz going for a pretty fast flak half track. Duffman still struggling to cap up the map. Seems like his capping orders are a little bit like shaky, you know, he's bringing this squad over here to cap. And then back them away, now they're running back in to deal with the stern piles. So, yeah, a few capping order mistakes, I'd say, from Duffman to this point. But here we go, finally at 2 command points, bringing in the guards. Maybe could have brought this penal into the Sternpire retreat path, had a better opportunity, better chance of getting a wipe as well. So a few little details missing from Duffman so far. Flak half track rolling out now though. First squad Fusiliers upgraded with the G43s. Treadz sandbagged up though. Going to be tough to dislodge on that side. Here come the guards. Of course, having gone for tier 1, can't build a Zis to answer back against the flak half track. Doesn't have an M3A1 to put a PTRA squad in either to help deal with the flak half track. And I generally feel like just PTRS squads themselves can have trouble dealing with the flak half track. I suppose PTRS penals are maybe a touch better, just because they have 3 of them and can do more damage before they get forced away. There we go, flak half track advancing. Duffman tries soft retreat back, slow the advance. Avoid suppression on the second squad, can hold on for a few more seconds. Looks like Treadz gonna go for yet another Fusilier, just feeling so confident in terms of manpower. He can go for another one of those, maybe doesn't like machine guns on this map. And yeah, has denied Duffman so much fuel to this point that Duffman, if he was planning to go for a T70, that's going to be heavily delayed. Still 30 fuel away from that, and doesn't have any fuel under his control at the moment. Guards end up jumping into this building, but Fusiliers are there from the building's blind spot, and the guards actually end up retreating. That's interesting. Yeah, Duffman is really struggling with the map control at the moment. If he had munitions, did have the option of going for a quad potentially, but spent the munitions on the flamer sweeper. Upgrade on the guards, so not happening.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
And here comes the flak half track. No PTRS is over here even to assist. Guards behind the side blocker though at the moment. And here come the guards. Jump into the building perhaps. Flak half track getting out of there quite fast. Guys could maybe get a volley off here. Not quite. The G43s are starting to come online slowly but surely for Treadz. Gonna make it harder and harder for these penals. Combat engineer still in the building. Mine on the sandbags. 10 fuel left for Duffman. Needs to get there. Already got quite low, but the Fusiliers decide not to charge in and deny the capture and a retreat there. Interesting. Would have been a pretty close fight overall. And also, you know, do get to the last man as their Vet 1 ability, boosting up their combat strength a bit. Because most other squads don't get any combat bonuses until Vet 2, so can give them a, you know, a little bit of extra oomph at this phase of the game. Yeah, Duffman just leaving that combat engineer inside the building for a long time. I think he might have forgotten about it. Mobilizing it now, but the flak half track is there. And they're a little bit clumped up as well. Luckily, not much damage getting through. Mine triggered. Duffman again going for the cutoff, running in deep here. T70 about to pop up. Duffman with enough for another squad now as well. Could consider going for a sniper also. I'm guessing it's going to be another squad of guards. Just needs a little bit of extra anti-tank, honestly. Don't know how well the sniper would do on this map. There's quite a lot of side blockers. Opportunities for ambush. I have struggled finding an angle to get some damage done.
Supply lines have been cut.
Here comes the T-70. 12 minutes or so for Duffman, so on the late side. Let's see if this can turn things around for Duffman. He desperately needs to. His territory control has been so much weaker than Treadz so far. Already down by over 100 VPs as well. Treadz got the sweeper out. Checking for those mines after running over one on the far side there. Wise idea. Guards coming in. Raketin a little bit undefended. T-70 going to run straight in. Raketin, oh, stops in front of the Raketin and decides to back out. T-70 getting away there. Combat engineers, will they be able to complete the capture? T-70 backing all the way back. I thought he might have hung around, tried to get, you know, maybe a small handful of shots on before the Raketin had time to rotate across. Backing away to do repairs immediately.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
And now healing up a lot of resources for Duffman. Going for tier 2 now. I think that's probably a good idea. Neither is this when he's quite far behind. I suppose could go for some SU-76s, but it's usually not a very good idea. Doesn't even have the fuel for an SU-76, and Tread's getting pretty close to a Panzer IV. T-70 having trouble at the moment. Shots constantly getting blocked by the obstacles. About to hit one, but still only one kill. And low enough in health, there's a little bit of risk to use the T-70. Looks like he's going to take that risk though. Kitten's still back at base, so shouldn't get punished here. Do remember those Fusiliers anti-tank grenades are quite long range, longer than the Volksgrenadier Faust, so you have to play very cautiously against them with your light vehicle. And the flak half track kicking in with the suppression. Not sure where that penal squad's going. Running into the suppression. Here comes the Raketin. Big grenade. Penals could go down. Oh boy. That's a very lucky break. Didn't want to chase it any further. Maybe lucky. Tier 1's kind of blocking the machine gun's arc there. So might have been able to chase in a little bit further because of that. Yeah, this is a real struggle for Duffman in terms of territory control. Maybe he could get the wipe here. Needs to start the run and gun. Treadz bringing in the smoke. Gets the kill though. Before the smoke arrives. Well done. In that case, with the smoke coming in, the run and gun would have been the wrong decision. Quick thinking from Treadz, but didn't get rewarded for it. Good dodge on the grenade now from Duffman. But, you know, it did go for the extra squad, so losing one, not a huge deal for Treadz, honestly. Maybe still has, you know, one extra squad, essentially. Is this out, though? Forcing back the flak half track. Squad is suppressed, though, so can't do much against the Sternpires, but there we go. Paired this up. Might be worth sending just like a combat engineer out to the side to do some capping. Looks like it's going to be the guard squad. T-70 going to deal with these Sternpires first off. Pathing hiccups though on their way across. Sternpires going to complete the decapture, then retreats. Oh, he's staying in there. That's a little bit risky. T-70 using some attack ground action. It wasn't going to work. Max him out from Duffman now as well. Duffman, I suppose, technically could go for a howitzer at this stage. Would be a good meme. Probably not that effective though. And here's the Panzer IV now. Just the one anti-tank gun at the moment for Duffman. Might need a second one. Could convert some penals into PTRSs, but you generally want to avoid that if you can. Good bit of blocking there from the Panzer IV. Hoping to get another shot through, but nice angle from the Zis. T-70's there to defend it as well. The guards continue to cap. Going straight for the fuel. Duffman's so far behind in that fuel department. It's crazy. Same sort of the VPs though as well. But you know, if you can pick off something like the flak half track, that would be huge. Open up so many more capping opportunities. Panzer IV coming across for the guards. Guards quite clumped up. They're running for the VP. No machine gun upgrade. It looks like Treadz actually going for the Panzer Commander. So it's going to slow down the anti-infantry DPS of that Panzer IV. Duffman seems to be stabilizing a bit now. He's got that second Zis out to try and answer back against the double vehicles of Treadz, who at this stage, I mean, it's very uncommon, but probably could go mechanized into walking Stuka, and that would be the right decision, but it's hard to estimate the fuel. Maybe he thinks Duffman is closer to a tank. And go for a squad of overs instead.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
The mines are doing some good work for Duffman, slowing things down a bit. At the moment the sweeper is escorting the Panzer IV, but there we go, double anti-tank guns. Treadz diving in, dropping the artillery on the double anti-tank guns. Panzer IV backing out the same way. But then the anti-tank gun's setting up again. Ooh, bounce, and the other one didn't quite fire in time. If you remember my investigation into anti-tank guns, why it seems like they take so long to fire. In that case, you know, they packed up quite shortly after firing the initial volley, so just setting back up, had to reload first before firing. Otherwise, could have gone down from Treadz. I think the safer path, honestly, was probably just driving through here and out the other side. But back past the anti-tank guns again. It was a risky one, but it worked out only just. Recon plane in now for Duffman. Got that flak half track. Currently shooting at ground units though, so not going to shoot down this recon plane immediately. Looks like the flak base shot down immediately. Okay, that's pretty bad luck for Duffman. But yeah, generally I'm not a big fan of using recon planes while the flak half track is still alive for the OKW player. Maybe if you try to get sight for like a bombing strike or something, okay, but just generally to provide sight, it's not going to last long enough to be of much use. Made across the shrubbery, got the double anti-tank guns coming in, and they both miss on the flak half track. Don't know if those were attack rounds or if he had sight, but either way, good news for Treadz. Fires off a flare from the Fusiliers, providing some nice sight. Panzer IV coming in from the side. Duffman could really do with some mines through this area, but did get swept there not too long ago. But Duffman has stabilized a lot on territory control. Seems to have pretty much one side connected all the time now. Doing a lot better on VPs as well. The double anti-tank guns, Max and plus T70 have been working wonders.
We are losing territory.
Dodges out there before a second shot. That was a close call. Panzer IV diving head on into double anti-tank guns. Should go down here, popping the blitz. Oh, he gets around the side. And the building blocks the shot of the other Zis. That was a very, very close call for Treadz. Lucky break. Easily could have lost his tank there. Oh, Penal goes down. Big bundle grenade combining with the flak half track. And now the Rakitten under pressure as well. Treadz, you know, using a couple of those smoke bomb barrages. Lacking in munitions to upgrade the Obers, so they're not performing very well at the moment. But that was a good bundle grenade from them. Duffman's got the tech up. Pretty close to being able to build a T-34 now as well. Which I imagine is going to be the first tank. And Treadz still doesn't have a good answer to the mass weapon, support weapon play. You know, he's got the flares from the Fusiliers they can spot. Maybe once he gets slightly better munitions control. Go for that a bit more often. Try and avoid the double anti-tank gun combo. And throw off another grenade here. Not interrupted. But yeah, so far the Panzer IV has been limited. Double anti-tank guns have been shutting it down very effectively.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Here comes the T-34 now. Dive through. Got the Rakitten there, suppression in. Pretty good grenades. Zis barrage though, full retreat from Treadz. Double Zis barrage in fact. Rakitten goes down. Good scatter. T-70 did back away quite far though. Does give an opportunity for Treadz to jump back on the Rakitten before it can get destroyed. T-70 coming in now. Panzer IV coming in from the side though. Double anti-tank gun spinning around. Rakitten gets away. Crewed by Sternpine models though, so it's pretty expensive. And Rakitten's gonna live to fight another day. Oh, could this be the end of the flak half track? The double anti-tank guns looking for the angle. Here comes the T-34 as well. Half track getting out of there. Treadz trying to be economical with munitions. Not popping the smoke. Popping the tracking. I'm guessing that still works while you're moving around. Like hunting for the vehicles. That's a pretty good idea from Duffman. Out. Penal's dodging. But we still don't have the upgrades. So kind of cannon fodder at the moment. Looking for another grenade perhaps. Rakitten narrowly missing. Pretty easy dodge from Duffman though. And a late retreat from the Obers. Ooh, and they nearly go down as well. Risky stuff from Treadz. T-70 doing a good job on the flank, blocking out the VP capture. Ooh, nasty hit from the P4. And I think Treadz was maybe saving for the Tiger, but he's been bleeding so much manpower, hasn't been able to save for it. Duffman seems to have stabilized, you know, he also has the tier 4 up, so penals are slightly cheaper to reinforce now. Does make a pretty big difference in the late game bleed of those penals. This is going to be a wipe now. Treadz in some trouble. Oh, very lucky break for Treadz. Didn't even rotate with his Panzer IV to try and defend that either. Doing some interesting moves with this Panzer IV. A couple mines down here now from Duffman, so this kind of aggressive play could very easily get punished. Now Treadz really having trouble breaking through the team weapon camp. And the T-34 T-70 combo seem to be a little bit more effective than the flak Panzer, the flak half-track Panzer IV at the moment. But Treadz, playing quite defensively over the last couple of minutes, starting to save that manpower, getting close to that Tiger. The complane coming in again, but kind of just going to feed vet to the flak half-track. Yep, there we go. Oh, we're kidding. Ooh, could go down. Got the double anti-tank guns behind this as well. Panzer IV's got to be on its toes. Got the overs there and decided to go for the LMG on them as well. Interesting choice. This could be a decent map for the IR STGs. On the run now. Blasted down, close to death, but Duffman not chasing around the corner. Duffman with a lot of resources all of a sudden. Guessing it's going to be an SU-85 from him next. Maybe a Katyusha I could see as well. Maybe he'll wield the howitzer. Man can dream. SU-85. On recon mode, sees that Panzer IV coming, allowing the rotation of the double AT guns, and they both penetrate as well. Back half track kind of in the danger zone. T-70 on recon mode, double AT tank guns sitting up on it. One of them misses though. Flak half track, lucky break getting away. Tiger coming in. The Maxim's in a nice position, shutting down the infantry. Tiger getting a big hit on one of the Zis, the other Zis sitting up, trying to fire back. Good decrew on one of them, could get the decrew on the other. That's down to just 3 models as well. Panzer IV coming in now as well. Well-timed attack just before the SU-85 pops out. Zis skating out of there, almost dead. Gonna set up again though, it's kind of risky. Damage onto the T-34. Is Treadz going to go for the steal? Here goes the other Zis. T-34 one shot as well. Here comes the SU-85. And focus sight mode. The Zis gets destroyed. Tiger backing away. Got the Raketin coming in. Gonna steal one of the Zis. Panzer IV could be in some trouble now. No blitz, no smoke. Down goes the Panzer IV. Treadz could have got out of there a lot faster. Oh, squad in the center nearly going down. Double anti-tank guns. Goes for a Zis barrage, close range. Maybe needs to bring that Tiger back in. Here it comes. Trying to stop the T-70. Looking for the decrew. Zis gets decrewed again. But the Raketin gets out of there. I think Treadz here could have handled that a bit better. Maybe could have got away with the Panzer IV. I think probably would have lost the Zis, but it's alright. Flak half track coming in to defend here, but maybe was hoping to smoke and cap. The Maxim there. Squad's coming around the corner, but the T-34 close to fully repaired. Shutting down the counter-attack from Treadz with his infantry. Keeping connecting once and then retreating. He's going to back off, do some repairs himself, but at least, the anti-tank gun destroyed. Duffman had so much manpower, it's just restarting double Zis after that. And now the VP drain has been turned against Treadz for quite a long time. His lead is dwindling down. Looks like Duffman feeling so confident, going to go for some secure mode action. Not. What's he doing? Doesn't have enough munitions for the R2 bombing strike yet, and the truckers up in the base, so they can't get bombed out anyway.
Yes, Commander. Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Be a good time to get a few mines down for Duffman as well, if possible. Secure mode jammed by the Tiger coming in. Connecting one, CC-85 rotating. Tiger backing out. It's got to be careful with that Raketen positioning. Needs that to defend against the SU-85.
Supply lines. The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Machine gun doing a good job on the VP, but Treadz going for the far side, and because the T-70 took some damage, not there to shut that down. Looks like the T-34 is going to be the one rotating, perhaps. T-35 a little bit further back. Tiger getting quite aggressive. We've got onesies coming in now, but still in quite an aggressive position. SU-85 might have trouble finding an angle to shoot. Play it safe though, back away. Tiger taking quite a lot of damage. The overs decrowing that Zis pretty quickly. One more model required to go down. Tiger missing again though. Zis survives. Tiger hiding behind this crate. Container, whatever that is.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Getting some good work done because of that.
SU-85 tank destroyer ready. Incoming.
T-70 coming out to the far side, looking to shut down Treadz' capping attempts. Gets out of there quite early on. Fusiliers sneaking around the side of the Maxim. Gotta be annoying if you're Duffman to have that happen. Suppression failing to kick in. Tiger's still quite low in health though. It's a little bit risky from Treadz. SU-85 is nearby, missing its shot though. Taking another shot. Tiger having some pathing hiccups. SU-85 backing away though with the Raketen there, connecting on a lot of these Soviet tanks. A lot of repairs required now. Second SU-85 out from Duffman as well. Gave up on the second Zis. Cancelled that. Double SU-85 is going to be tough for the Tiger to overcome that. But, you know, there are a lot of sight and shot blockers on this map. A few of them have been knocked down now, but a lot better for the Tiger on this map than quite a few of the others. Needs double SU-85s. More room to play evasively. Get the decap there. Good attack ground from Duffman. Kitten waiting here in camouflage. It's an interesting idea actually. Treadz with quite a lot of resources. Makes me think maybe Jagdpanzer from him next.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Kitten spinning around. T-70 on recon mode. SU-85's getting to work on that Tiger Raketen, hanging around a touch too long, but
we have 200 points remaining.
Get away in front of that Maxim, not doing enough damage. Recon plane up from Duffman, still have that flak half track. The SU-85s are on the prowl with the Raketen having retreated. Treadz a little bit lacking in tools to counter the SU-85s. But yeah, those recon planes have not been getting very much value at all. Guards need to be on an attack move there. Running into the capture circle, get shredded. Fusiliers just out of Maxim range there. Okay, maybe hoping he could bait the squad in, but not happening. Treadz having to take a back seat though while this is going on. Duffman though, he's fallen quite far behind on VPs again. Treadz, you know, in spite of struggling against the vehicles of touch, has been doing a good job of capping, still has a strong infantry base.
Supply sector under attack.
Definitely able to cap now though, turning the drain back on to Treadz instead. Still, question does remain, what is Treadz going to go for? Is it going to be Jagdpanzer? Is it going to be Panther? Another Kitten.
Recon aircraft is refueled.
Okay, snare off on T-70.
Capturing our supplies.
Duffman himself with a lot of resources, maybe hoping to build a Katyusha if I had to guess. Doesn't have the room in his pop cap for it though.
Losing supplies to the enemy.
Probably need to lose his T-70 if he wanted to go for that. Smoke plane coming down. Covering the capture. T-34 coming in, but the Tiger's right there. Backup track back there as well, so smoke working out pretty well. Good grenade into the smoke also. Surprised the Tiger doesn't have sight here to shoot. The smoke's covering it in an unusual way. Tiger getting a few good hits in, not chasing it any further. I think that's wise. You know, high chance of a mine being around there. So backing off. But you know, the smoke working out well for Treadz. As I was saying, with all these side and shot blockers, the WS-35's having some trouble. Going around the corner now though. Kitten's back there though, it's vetted up as well. T-70 coming in from the side, maybe looking to jam the Tiger. Tiger holding its ground though. T-70, oh, takes an engine crit. The Kitten slow to spin around. And looks like it's going to take mass snares to die. Kitten doesn't move out. It looks like maybe he forgot it was still on camouflage mode, so just take it off that before it will move. Not enough munitions for Treadz as well to finish this off with just sheer anti-tank grenades and Fausts, so needs that Kitten over there. It'll be painful to kill that. Looks like Duffman's going to go for another T-34 to finish off the comp. Kitten going for some attack rounds maybe, missing. T-70 going to make life very difficult. Tricky as possible to finish the job. A lot of repairs required for Duffman now, starting those up now. Tiger though, already just about back up to full, getting some good hits. And there you go, T-70, oh, abandoned! And because of that, Duffman bringing in the plane to stop Treadz from being able to take it. Oh, that's a real shame they had to spend munitions in that fashion. Treadz going to go for the Panther, okay. Makes sense why he wasn't building the Jagdpanzer earlier. What's that Panther instead? And with that T-34 out, it's waiting on the far corner now. Maybe hoping to get a flank on that Tiger. Have a much harder time of it once this Panther's out though. I think the best bet at the moment for Duffman is some mines. One of these Panther or Tiger running over a mine. Treadz has been, you know, pretty reasonable with the stern post on the sweeping duties, so it might be hard for that to happen. Okay, T-34 coming in. Gonna go for the flak half track kill perhaps. Fusiliers could go down to the T-34. T-34 diving in. He really wants that flak kill. He's had enough of it shooting down his recon planes. Ends up trading. Not the best. The Zis gets decrewed. The Fusiliers got out of there. Hanging on by a thread. S-35's rotating across now. Panther coming around the long way. Question is, does he go for the machine gun or the commander upgrade on that? WS-35 spinning around for the Panther. Misconnect. No snares. T-34's there as well, but the Ram getting blocked by his own tank. Meanwhile, the Panther making this move, but without enough support from the Tiger, and the Panther just goes down. I hate to say it, that was a bit of a throw from Treadz. Poorly coordinated. And just too much anti-tank, those double SU-85s hitting hard. Trying to finish off the Decisive. And will he be able to get away alive after that? No. Here comes the Katyusha now into the base, if I had to guess. Not hitting too much though. Engine crit on one of the tanks. Treadz going to take a while to build back after that mistake. Lost his Raketen, lost his Panther. And it's at a crucial moment. Luckily he still has the VP lead, so has some time to build back. But that really hurt him. You can see what he's going for there, but just poorly timed. You know, the Tiger is so slow coming in. By the time he got into range, the Panther was already one shot from dead. And the infantry coming forwards was getting suppressed by the machine gun. Unable to support much. Looks like Duffman going to go for a second machine gun. I think that's a pretty good idea. Good way to try to lock down the VPs. Try to close out this game. Treadz going to have a much harder time with this Tiger. Missing out that support from the Raketen now. Vet 4 Raketen dead. Just a little bit late from Treadz. You know, he stuck around to kill the Zis, but once he killed it, still maybe like a second and a half before he retreated the Raketen. Maybe that could have made all the difference slightly earlier on the retreat. Probably still would have got decrewed, but maybe closer to base where he could have recrewed it. T-34 Vet 3. It's like a jumbo T-70 at this stage. Super fast. Very strong against the infantry. Good crushing potential as well. SU-85's coming through. Tiger just behind that side blocker perhaps. A couple of attack rounds from Duffman though. One connects and Treadz late on the retreat. Loses that Volksgrenadier squad. Gonna go for the Jagdpanzer next. Still, it's gonna be tough for Treadz to come back from this one. Recon plane coming in for Duffman. SU-85's advancing behind that, making use of the site. Similar to the tactical support tactics they use with USF and the Jackson. Katyusha. Squads dodge out to the side quite effectively. If Duffman's going to consider going for the HQ structure kills. Maybe knock out the battle group, shut down the healing, that would be pretty strong. Across to deal with infantry though. Be careful, double snares on that T-34. The engine crit does have potential to go down. Recon plane going to spot the Jagdpanzer now. Smoke out from Treadz. Don't really want to go 2-on-1, especially with those double SU-85s already well vetted at this stage. With the rate of fire and penetration advantage. Which does play a small factor. You know, Jagdpanzer does have pretty good armor. At max range, can occasionally bounce the SU-85. I'm guessing he just picked up a DP there. Good news for Treadz. Behind this, Duffman hasn't managed to set up the triple cap yet. So Treadz is draining out quite slowly. So far that Katyusha hasn't really got the good hits. Been reasonable on the targeting though. for secure mode perhaps. Not quite in the capture circle. Not quite in still. There he goes. So Treadz making a deep move down this side. Saw the T-34 doing the secure mode and gave up on it. So Duffman going to try to come in from this angle again. At the moment there's a bit of a sight blocker and shot blocker stopping the WS-35s from targeting the HQ structure at least. Treadz has saved up enough manpower, he could go for a Raketin as well, so that would be huge. And the Tiger on the other side of the map chasing away some infantry, got a lot of mines down from Duffman though. Smoke out covering the center, could open up the capture in the center for Treadz. Here comes the Katyusha though. Oh boy. So far so good. One anti-tank grenade coming through. Just the one though. T-34 not going to take engine crits. Activating the sustained fire. Really good idea from Duffman. Now the smoke's worn off. WS-35s find the Tiger, forcing that away on the side. Treadz still draining out. Looks like he's going to make a play for the VP with the Sturmpyos. Pens are missing there. Tiger switching sides as well. Gonna go for the Panther Treadz though, not for the Raketin. So he's gonna look to get this done with the armor. Could, you know, gets the Sternpie Shrek as well. I'm a pretty big fan of getting that these days. In this kind of situation, a little bit of extra anti-tank will go a long way. WS-35 is facing the wrong direction to deal with the Tiger at the moment. Tiger getting a pretty good couple hits in, up to Vet 4 now. Trading a shot. Yak Panzer's there as well. Yak Panzer missing. Tiger coming out worse for wear. Panzer might struggle. Panther looking to do a flank perhaps. Duffman well aware of this position, dropping in some smoke now. Don't know if the Panther can really do it. Recon plane has spotted this. Here comes a Katyusha barrage. Bit of damage, but not many kills so far. So far that Katyusha hasn't really paid off for Duffman. I'll just dodge out to the side of the Maxim. Managed to get a grenade through as well. Good damage from the T-34, and the Fusiliers go down on retreat. That's a heartbreaker for Treadz. Max range, main gunshot. Bit of good fortune for Duffman. Very close to Vet 3 on the second SU-85 now as well. Duffman's got enough munitions for the planes. Plenty of resources in reserve if he loses any units as well. Can rebuild. And with a good infantry base still as well to cap the VPs with. WS-35's mobilizing, going hunting for that Tiger. Trying to come in from this angle this time. A couple good connections. At the moment, Tread's the one in control of the VP, so not feeling too much pressure. Is losing the center, however. Still Tread's with the VP lead as well. And the recon plane up for Duffman now. He's looking to get aggressive. The Panther's still hanging out by the side though. Could make a push through here, quite treacherous. And because of that, Duffman, I think he saw the Panther over there. Decides not to push in. Guards heading over there now. Still have their PTRSs. W35's coming through as well. Silos blocking the site. Jagdpanzer's nearby, should be in range now. Takes a big dose of damage. Panther poking his head around the corner. So he's going in for the flank. Button though on the Panther, slowing it down. The Tiger advancing. Tiger taking so much damage. Panther also needs some smoke to cover the exits. Oh, there goes the Panther. That maneuver just not quite working out for Treadz. Kind of need the element of surprise, I think, for that to work out. Duffman able to react to the Panther. Well, we already knew that the Panther was there, and Treadz coming into that already not at full health on all his tanks as well, really hurting him. He's like losing the Panther again for nothing. The Jagdpanzer's missed so many shots so far, it's been very slow to vet up as well, which is bad news. You really want to hit vet 2 on that for these tank destroyer battles. You just can't get there. Maxon's boxing him out, Katyusha barrage in, but already well on the way back to base. Still needs to get that triple cap going. Treadz still has opportunity, 92 points left. Duffman a little bit slow, going for that third capture point. Going to get aggressive, going for a base inspection instead. Okay, Panther again from Treadz. Looks like the machine gun's going to head over for the cap, perhaps. No, it's going to be the guards. Recon plane coming in for Duffman again. W35's aggressively positioned. This time the shot block has been destroyed now as well. Usually is winning that 2v1 quite handily though.
The enemy has 75 points remaining. He was here.
Recon plane getting shot down. That's good news for Treadz. Might be able to get something going this time. No snaring. Extra damage from the Shrek Sternpose might have done something there as well. Big grenades, no dodge from the guards, could go down. And there they go, guards going down, Panther making a play but triggering the double mines. There's another mine there as well for the Tiger. Tiger stopping just short of it. Panther in some trouble. Oh boy. Tiger working on this. The Jagdpanzer coming through quite aggressively. W35s are a touch low. Panther's still alive. Attack round action missing the mark. The Jagdpanzer getting in there. Gonna go for a kill on this SU-85. No, losing sight on it. Down goes the Jagdpanzer. Now the Tiger in some trouble. Panther coming back in. Here goes the T-34. W-85's closing the distance. It's a Katyusha going after the Obers. Tiger in big trouble. Blitzing away to safety. One more shot and the Tiger's dead. Still alive. Same story with the Panther. Duffman, oh, snipes him through this angle. Yeah, as it all went haywire, Treadz overplaying his hand. I think he was in a good position if he just backed off, you know, stayed back with the Panther, repaired up, played defensively, but instead tried to round the corner with the Jagdpanzer. And everything went wrong from there.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Good mines though. Huge mines from Duffman. Just completely shut down Treadz's aggression. Yeah, I don't really see how Treadz comes back in this one, so I'm going to go on to Fast forward for a couple seconds. Duffman rebuilding the T-34. He's, lost those guards, lost one of his machine guns, so he's actually lacking in infantry, maybe. Treadz can get this done on VPs.
Victory is slipping from our grasp.
Taking a
We have only 50
pretty big
points
backward
remaining.
step repairing these up. Maybe could come in with the Vet 3 Flamer combat engineers to do some capping, because Treadz looking to set up the triple cap. These 285s have nothing to fire at. Oh, good kill there from the T-34, knocking out the Obers. He's making a dash for this. Katyusha barrage into the circle now. T-34 not vet though, so can't use secure mode. Duffman just flooding the field with T-34s. But as I was saying, they don't have secure mode, lacking the capping squads. Here come the combat engineers now after they've finished their repairs. Treadz hanging in there for as long as possible. Just going to suicide the squad just to hold on to that till the last second. Same story over here. 8. Sternpow's coming in. They jam the capture for a couple seconds. 5 points left. 2 points. And Duffman loses at the end. No capping. Just too focused on repairing up the Su-85s, and Treadz able to secure the triple cap and lock out the game. Wow. Oh boy, what a back and forth that was. I can't believe Treadz won that one. Massive scam win. Well done. But yeah, the Treadz overall, the Panther plays just weren't getting it done. All 3 of them, I think it was, right? Yeah, just did not really work out. Strong start from Treadz though, much better in the engagements, the capping orders, everything in the early game. It's a real area of weakness, I'd say, for Duffman. He's like running onto the cutoffs, and I don't know, he fell really far behind. But with the double anti-tank gun, machine gun camp, able to grind his way back in. Ultimately though, losing on points at the end. GG. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like Good Game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.